everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah. This is episode 2 covering the sacral chakra. I will be going over different ways to remove blockages from the sacral chakra, including yoga postures, techniques, herbs, crystals, chanting, mirror gazing, and much more. Please subscribe to my channel if you find that it's useful. Without further ado, let's get to it. Here we find ourselves in my plant room. First, I'm going to talk to you about some of the crystals that are beneficial to the sacral chakra that just have a similar resonance, vibrational resonance to the sacral chakra, and helps to remove blockages just by holding them or placing them on the region where you want to remove the blockages. A few crystals on hand that I have that are really great for the sacral region include the carnelian, which I have a large version of that. I also have a small carnelian, which is good placement for the third eye point, which is your intention center. Fire opal is really good. It's hard to see the magnificence of this, but if you hold it into light, you can kind of see it looks like fire within. Also, coral is a nice option. It's very natural, and it comes from the ocean, which is a very feminine essence, very good for the sacral region because water is associated with that region. So literally you can hold the crystal in your hand and set an intention. You hold the crystal, you close your eyes, and you really focus in on the energy between your palm and the crystal. And with this, you can say out loud to yourself an intention. I wish to remove the blockages within my sacral region that have prevented me from being inspired and creative. I wish to remove connections that I have to former lovers in order to attract a new partner. After you've set your intention with the crystal, then you place it on your body in order to allow the atoms of the crystal to interact with the atoms of your human vessel within the sacral region. So you're setting the intention, you're programming the crystal, and you're placing on the body in order for the crystal to interact. So now that you set the intention with the crystal, it's vibrating in that resonance now. So your mindful intention is being processed into the crystal as a time capsule. To meditate with your intention, you can lay on your back. Right here I have a bolster, which is a little bit more comfortable for me. Place the crystal right below the navel point. Allow it just to rest there. You can have your legs in Supta Baddha Konasana, which is an open knee. It's great for opening up your hips. And here you can just close your eyes and relax. If you don't like that knee placement, you can have your knees pointing up, which is gonna close off your hips, but it's all about being comfortable and being in that Zen space in your mind. So another practice that you can do to help to strengthen the energy within the sacral region is to rub your hands together, creating warmth. Taking your left hand, you're gonna put it below your navel. Right hand goes on your heart. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the air fill up the navel. Imagine that it's traveling all the way to that center below the belly button and lighting it up. And the color that illuminates in the region is orange. So just taking deep breaths and letting the energy of the breath carry all the way into the sacral chakra, lighting it up, and then traveling back and exhaling back into the environment. I'm gonna take at least 10 breaths and really tune into it to help direct the energy to the sacral region. The vibrational chant for the sacral chakra is Vam. So if you're sitting in meditation and you want to open up the energy channel of the sacral chakra, you can close your eyes, whatever hand mudra you wish, close your eyes, focus on the third eye point, and chant Vam. Vam. The symbol of the sacral chakra is the crescent moon. So just going outside when the moon is vibrant and lit is a great way to open up the sacral chakra and release some of the blockages there. You could also, on the full moon, set an intention to release connections to past lovers. Write in your journal about how you want to create new inspirations in your life, a new hobby that involves being creative. Writing down your aspirations and your intentions in a journal is a great way to really put them into action because setting the intention is the first step before you move toward the direction that you're aiming to go. Knowing where you're going, having the map of where your vessel wants to lead to is very, very essential. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about cord cutting. It's not a very well-known practice. We as people develop these energetic connections with other people, and it creates these cords that attach from our chakra to other people's chakra. And this could include friendships, family members, or relationships. We might have one or two or all of our chakras connected to someone. So when you have a relationship with someone, and say it's an intimate relationship, you develop this energetic cord. And in regard to our topic of discussion this week, the sacral chakra, it would be an energetic cord from your sacral chakra to the other person's sacral chakra. And in which case, you might have broken up with this person, but there is still this energetic attachment, and messages are still passed between your chakra and theirs. If you start to retract your attention from that person that you have that cord connection with, they actually feel a tug. And that might subconsciously make them want to reach out to you, send you a text message, or send you an email. Energetically, they will feel you kind of pull away, and it will create a little tug on their end. So there's a nice practice that you can do if there is someone that you have an energetic cord with that you no longer wish to be attached to. Now, here's the thing. If you've been in a relationship with someone and it's been a lot of time, or it was a very intimate, deep relationship, you're going to have stronger fibers that attach the two chakras together. The fibers of the cord are going to be thicker. And so it's going to take more trials to cut the cord energetically. And for the cord cutting procedure, basically you were going to lay on a surface. And if you want, you can play some music on, something to help you relax deeply, and focus in on the sacral region right below the navel point. And here, I want you to envision some sort of sharp tool. Now you can pick scissors, you can pick a knife, you can pick a machete, whatever feels like the most appropriate depending on how thick of a connection you feel like you have with this person. So you energetically can feel the cord. You take your sharp object of choice, making sure not to cut yourself with your imaginary sharp tool, and you're going to begin to cut the cord. Here's the thing with this practice. It might not only take one time to remove the cord. It's all about the conscious level of awareness that you still have this connection with this person. So if you have ties to them that you haven't really addressed within yourself yet, that they have not reached the conscious level, they're still subconscious, things that have come up that have not been resolved in your own vessel, then it might happen to be so that you need to practice this a few times. You can also do this in a bathtub. Water is a very feminine element, and it helps you to open up the chakra. The sacral chakra is very much about developing healthy relationships with other people, but in addition to that, it also involves developing a healthy relationship with yourself. So how can you do that? How can you dive deep into the essence of who you are and become intimate with self? Because the more intimate you are with yourself, and I'm not talking on a sexual level, I'm talking about asking yourself like who you are, getting comfortable with yourself. Aside from what I do for work, aside from what I do with my time and who I hang out with, who am I? What does it mean to be me? What does it look like? What I like to do, which has developed a very strong relationship with myself, and it can be a little bit intimidating at first. However, once you develop the practice, it becomes a joyful experience, and you can begin to talk to yourself in such a way that you are your own best friend. So let's talk about mirror gazing in this video. Self-care is a major aspect of developing relationship with yourself. Taking the time to clean your face, put moisturizer on, put eye cream on, and to massage your face. There are a lot of pressure points on the face that if you press them, it helps to relax the body, relax the mind, which is great for your soul, great for your being. So with the mirror, you actually look at yourself and you become very, very personal with yourself. You look yourself in the eye, say things like, "You are beautiful," or "I am connected to you," or "I want to know you better." What is it that I am beyond the role that I play in my everyday life? In our eyes, there is a connection to the cosmos. And if you look closely, you can see the galaxies in your eyes and the striations in your eyes. It has a very similar look to the nebulas and the color schemes, and there's a lot of detail in there. It's just kind of like a gem within our face that has the cosmos, and there's 2 of them. So connecting with yourself in this way, you can realize that you're more than just the person that's going to work every day, and more than just, you know, the person that collects things or, you know, cooks this for dinner. Whatever it is that you do, you are a spirit in a human body. You're not separate from this whole thing that we call life. You're not separate from this experience. You're just a vessel that contains energy, and you are using this energy to create in your life, which is what the sacral chakra is all about. Developing self-intimacy is realizing how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your experience, how you feel about your relationships with other people. It creates a realism for you, because a lot of times the things that go on in your mind are not the same as what comes out of your mouth. If you verbalize how you feel, it's often different than what is running around like in the cogwheel of your brain. You can also practice eye gazing with a partner, which can be extremely intimidating. However, if you commit to it, you can actually break down blockages with each other that are inhibiting you from connecting deeper with one another and with yourself. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to stare someone in the eye. Everyone is a direct mirror of you. So if you look at someone, you can actually come to realization that you're looking at yourself. And it can be such a beautiful thing, you know, just letting your guard down with someone that you are coming to trust and allowing them to look into you. Some great herbs for the sacral chakra include nettle, yarrow, and parsley. I'm not quite sure where to find nettle. I'm sure if you looked on Etsy or Amazon, you could find it there. Parsley is easily found in the grocery store. Great essential oils that you can use that help open up the sacral chakra. You can put them on your wrists. It's always better to cut your pure essential oils with jojoba oil first before you apply to the skin, because the skin can be very sensitive to different herbs. You might have a skin reaction. Sandalwood, myrrh, bitter orange, vanilla. You can even blend some of the 2 together. I bet you that vanilla and sandalwood would be a very great combo. And then adding a little bit of citrus to it would probably have a really nice pop. Thank you all so much for following me on YouTube and watching my videos. If you're enjoying the contents of these videos, please subscribe to my channel so I can continue to create and inform you about different healing practices and energy related topics such as this. My next video will be all about the solar plexus. If you have any comments, feel free to drop them in the section below. If you have any recommendations on what you'd like to see in future videos, feel free to make comments about that as well. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Thank you for tuning into my videos. Much love and pure vibrations.